another podcast episode. I am really excited because I have not made an episode in a while due to X amount of reasons, y'all. But don't worry about it because I'm here and I'm back. And today I'm talking about Dreamville. Dreamville 2023 was lit, y'all. If you weren't there, you missed out. But if you was live streaming it, then I mean you got to see it all. But it was nothing like being there, actually seeing it for your own eyes. Like, oh my gosh, it was crazy. So let's get into it. I've never been to a music festival before, and I wouldn't say I knew how to be prepared for a music festival. Honestly, I did not know what to expect. I've only been to concerts, and you just come with your turn up or whatever, just like that, and you get it lit. Of course, concerts don't last as long as music festivals. This was like a 2-day festival starting from 12 all the way to like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So, boom, first day, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had like 20 airplane bottles in my boobs. I had pre-rolls on deck. Like, I was ready to turn up. And so, I got in with that. And shoot, me and my homegirl, we linked. And let me see, when I walked in, Sean Paul was just getting on stage. I did not get to see the earlier performances, but Sean Paul was getting on stage. It was super lit. It was hella people. So, because I'm not going to talk too much. Like, I can't tell you every little bits and pieces, but the important things. So, for one, my anxiety, y'all, went from here all the way to up here. Because, for one, I'm not going to say I'm a Raleigh native, but I mean, I went to college at Shaw University. So, the area in NC and all that is nothing new to me. So I'm kind of used to seeing familiar faces at the least, but I'm looking around and I don't see like nobody. And to find out it was so many people there that I knew and I didn't see none of them was just like, where's everybody at? So I see all these new faces, which is cool. It was just so many people that I was kind of surprised at, like, how not social I was being. Like, I could have been more social for sure. But I talked to people, but it just, it wasn't like what I imagined it would be. So, yeah, when we had got pretty close to see Usher, and if you've ever been before, it's 2 stages, a rise stage and a shine stage. And everybody is kind of going back and forth because it's like an act going on in this stage and the act next one is coming on this stage and then vice versa. So, it's like you want to get your spot and you don't want nobody to take it. So you kind of sitting there. But what that looks like is you sitting and standing in the same spot for like an hour for the last person to get done on the other stage so you can get a good seat for the next person that's coming on stage. It was pretty chaotic, y'all. And I stood there for really like an hour to see Ari Lennox up close and Usher the first day. So my feet was hurting, y'all. And when I tell you people was dropping like flies, okay? Like medics being called this way, that way, like people passing out. And I'm not even gonna lie, I almost became one of those people because I felt like I was gonna have to throw up. Like, they got water stations there. You're supposed to bring, they advise you to bring a refillable bottle so you could go to the water station and fill your water up, or else you could pay like $10 for a bottle of water there. But see, I brought a refillable thing. Plus, the first day, they was giving out, like, they was throwing bottles out into the crowd, like, just giving bottles of water out to people. So that was pretty cool because I know I needed it. I don't know about everybody else, but I needed it. So, yeah, y'all, overall, it was still, like, lit. Because once the performers come out on stage, you just forget it. Your feet is hurting. You forget about everything. Forget you shoulder to shoulder to the next person. And you just living in the moment. And shout out to the girl where I did feel like I was getting sick. And so I just sat down where I was standing at. And, she was like, girl, you still got to pee? Like, she remembered that I had to pee earlier. And I was like, I'm going to just wait. I'm going to hold it. She's like, you need a cup so you could go real quick. I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna hold it. But because I wasn't going out like that, y'all, peeing in a cup in the middle of the crowd on the ground. But, I appreciate her looking out for me. And that's like the kind of vibes that it was the whole time. Like, just good vibes. I didn't see zero fights, like nothing like that. It was really like mad chill. And the second day, oh my gosh. Now, see, the second day, I decided that I wasn't going to be as close as I was the first day because, I really couldn't move my feet. I could barely move my feet because it was just, we shoulder to shoulder like this. But if you go back some, you could still get a good view of the stage in the screens. So that's what I did. And I was way more comfortable. I had open space around me enough so I could do my dance. Cause Drake surprised us with Lil Uzi, Lil Wayne, and 21 Savage, y'all. It was live. I did not know Lil Wayne was gonna be there. So when he hit the stage, I was like, Tucci! Like, yo, it was, to see them up there on stage, it was everything. Like, Drake performed my favorite song, y'all. Connect. That's like my favorite song on Nothing Was the Same album. Come through. Like, y'all don't even know. Okay, that's a whole nother song. Anyways, Connect. Anyways, listen. It was life. Like, I could not ask for a better music festival, even though that's my first and only one. I would love to see that get topped. Okay? Like, thank you, J. Cole, for this opportunity. It was insane. It was crazy. It was life-changing. I will remember this for the rest of my life. It was just so funny. Like, I feel like Drake and J. Cole wanted more from the crowd. Like, Drake just kept saying, y'all gotta show J. Cole some love, man. He did all this, put all this together. And it was like, we screaming like, ah. But I swear, as soon as we got done screaming, like, everybody went to silence. Like, we were tired. Everybody was tired. And I'm pretty sure if you was there, you could agree. Like, we was all tired by the time they came out. But we still gave it the best we got. Like, don't get it wrong. We were all hyped. We were just tired because we've been there for hours. Like, So I think that it still turned out freaking amazing. We got to see everything, that was said. Plus more, except for Key Glock. Key Glock canceled and Glorilla did not go on her time performance that they said she would. Now, Glorilla did come back out with Drake, while Drake, on Drake's set to perform Fuck Nigga Free. But that was it. That was all we got from Glow. But Black had came out, right, I think when Glorilla was supposed to perform. And for me, that made up because I fucking love him. And so it was like, you couldn't really be mad. And people was complaining like, oh, Drake and J. Cole didn't perform in the morning, but they performed everything else. Like, if you ask me, I have zero complaints. Like, pushing past the foot pain, the leg pain, and pass out the first day. Honestly, I feel like a lot more people learned from day one on day two because it was less people falling out. It was less, chaos. And so the only way I would go again, though, is with a group of people. I wouldn't go with just my homegirl. Like, I would recommend going with a group of friends. It's better that way. Like, I know people who went solo and linked up with other people and they had a great time. But if you have anxiety and can be a little like not that social, like I had to find out that I was, go with a group of people you already know. That way you can still meet other people, but you are also like somewhat comfortable because you're with people that you know. Like, I feel like that would trigger my anxiety a little bit. Like, I didn't see nobody I knew. So yeah, it was a lot of people out there. I'm just glad to have found out afterwards that more people that I knew was actually there. Even though I didn't get to see them, I'm just glad that they got to experience that moment also. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Yo, if you have not came to Dreamville, please get your tickets next year, y'all. I mean, it's still an experience. Just take what I'm telling you and make sure you prepared. And hey, it's everything, okay? Thank you for tuning in and listening to my Dreamville experience. Comment if you was at the Dreamville tour. Comment what your experience was like. What was your favorite parts? Yeah, man. And get it popping, because I'm going to be back with some more fire, y'all. Next episode, I'm going to talk about my shroom trip, my first shroom trip. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, y'all. I'm out.